how do you create when you're not feeling rested and you might have a really stressful job that uses a lot of brain power? And my first instinct when I read that comment was to choose a creative endeavor that is not so mentally taxing. There are so many ways to be creative, and chances are, the commenter says they work in science, they're probably using a lot of creative energy in their job because science is a very creative field about problem solving and stuff. I would think about what your goals are for your creative practice. And if your goal is to create the next great American novel, my answer to you is going to be different because that is going to use a pretty good amount of mental energy. But if your goal is to feel creatively satisfied, if your goal is to express yourself and your emotions and have another way of processing what's going on in your life, I would choose a creative practice that is restful. There are more types of rest than just sleep. So there's social rest, which is like spending time with people who rejuvenate you rather than take energy away. And also one of those types of rest is creative rest. If you're finding yourself unable to engage in your creative process, you might try picking something that gives you energy rather than takes it away. And that can be a lot of different things. But one thing for me is if I don't want to have to think about what I'm doing and I just want sort of the process of moving my body and this kind of the soothing environment of my art space, I just glue scraps down to paper. To me, it feels very meditative. If I'm feeling tired or anxious, if I'm feeling overwhelmed, coming in here and just sitting down and allowing myself to just glue things down, it is really restful to me. But if you're being more intentional about what feels good in your body and what feels good to you, you might notice that doing something creative actually feels more restful than vegging out on the couch. So just experiment with what feels good to you. You might consider something like crochet or knitting, because then it's that repetitive motion can be very soothing and restful for a lot of people. The thing is, this is very personal to each person. I would say think about what your goal is for your creative practice. What do you want to get out of it? Think about how you want to feel when you're doing it, and then experiment and find the thing that makes you feel the way you want to feel. If you can't manage to do it on a work day because you're too tired, your body's too tired, you need a physical rest, then maybe your creativity is something that you do on the weekends. If you remove pressure of your creativity being a certain way, it has to look a certain way and be a certain way, it has to be good, it has to be worthy, it has to be meaningful. If you remove those expectations and just allow yourself to create whatever you want in whatever way feels really good to you, that's going to help you as well. And that will give you energy rather than take energy away. And I'm always surprised when I'm like, oh, I'm too tired to go do this, but I'm going to go try. And then I come away and I'm like, oh, actually, I feel less tired than when I started because I gave myself that rest, that flow, and that place to just be without all the noise of life surrounding me. And if you are interested in exploring your creativity more and you know that that's something that you really want to do, or you have a big project that you want to accomplish, I do one-on-one coaching, and we can work together to figure out what it is that you want to do and how to reach those creative goals that you have set for yourself. You can head over to my website and book a free call with me to explore the possibilities.